Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fundamentals of Biotechnology. I'm Mr. Davenport, and today we are going to be talking about the 4 areas of biotechnology. And we're going to be looking at this presentation titled Everywhere You Look. Actually, I need to go this way. I need to go the reverse because the camera's flipped. So, guys, first, we need to talk about a few things. We need to talk about, what is biotechnology? I said in the introduction of this course that biotechnology is the study of living tools. Okay? It is basically using living things to make our lives a little bit easier. And that comes in a lot of different ways. It could be utilizing animals. It could be genetic engineering. It could be selective breeding. But what we focus on in 6th grade Fundamentals of Biotechnology is we are looking at how biotechnology works. And the way that we look at how biotechnology works, first and foremost, is we discuss essentially what are the 4 areas of biotech. Okay, so first of all, if you stop and you look around, the chances are that at some part of your life, the science of biotechnology has made your life better in one way or another. And what we're going to talk about is how biotechnology has made our lives better and go through a couple of examples today. So, again, what is biotechnology? This might be something that you will want to write down. You might want to write down this definition. Biotechnology is the use of living things, organisms, okay, so living things are organisms, to improve the lives of humans. Okay, so biotech is the use of living things to improve the lives of humans. Now, there are 4 categories, 4 areas of biotechnology: agriculture, food and consumer goods, environmental, and medical biotechnology. So, agricultural biotechnology is about improving the production of food, getting more food, better quality food, or better nutrition from our food. Food and consumer goods is improving the production of the items we use at home, those things that we purchase to make our lives easier in the home. Things like cleaning products, things like artificial sweeteners. We're going to talk about some examples in just a few minutes. Environmental biotechnology is about improving how we protect and preserve our planet. And medical biotechnology is about improving how we prevent and treat disease. Okay, so here's what I want you to think about. What I'm going to ask you over the next couple of days is to really look at different examples of biotechnology that I'm going to give you. And you're going to ask yourself a question when presented with some of these examples of biotech. And that question is, who does it help? Okay? Who does this example of biotechnology help? If the answer to that question of who does it help is, well, this obviously helps farmers. It helps improve crops or livestock, then it's agricultural biotechnology. If the answer to the question of who does it help is us, consumers, people who go out and purchase things from a grocery store or Walmart or superstore, then that is going to be food and consumer good biotechnology. If the answer of who does it help is, well, this helps nature, then it is environmental biotechnology. And if the answer to who does it help is it helps doctors and their patients, then it's an example of medical biotechnology. So let's get into a little bit more detail. What are some of the things that you can look for when you're given examples of different types of biotech, and how can you kind of figure out what that biotechnology area is? So, agricultural biotechnology is all about improving how we produce food, how we grow food. And it can be done in three major ways: increasing the amount of food that we grow, improving the quality of food that we grow, or making the growth of that food easier. One of the major examples of this in biotechnology is the Roundup Ready system. Roundup Ready means that our plants are herbicide tolerant. An herbicide is a chemical that's used to spray to kill plants. Roundup is a chemical, a pesticide, that can kill any plant that it's sprayed on. But we only want to kill weeds with it, pest plants. We only want to kill those pest plants that we call weeds. And so what scientists have figured out, starting with the Monsanto Corporation and many, many other companies later on, is you can literally put an immunity to that chemical inside of a seed. And when that plant grows, it is immune to the Roundup chemical, and it prevents it from affecting that plant. So Roundup Ready is a crop protection system. It makes food easier to grow, while also increasing the amount of food that we can grow because less things get damaged due to pests and weeds. And it improves the quality of food that we grow because instead of having to spray a chemical 10 times a growing season, we can spray Roundup 2 times to 3 times a growing season, reducing the amount of chemical that is on our pesticide that is inherently a part of our production system. Now, one of the scientists that we're going to talk about later on is Dr. Norman Borlaug. He basically worked in the original science before genetic engineering. He used a science called selective breeding. And his work on selective breeding and later genetically modified organisms saved over 1 billion people from starvation so far. Most of them were from a different background from him. He didn't want the praise. He didn't want money. He didn't want to be worshipped. His only motive was human compassion. And you've probably never heard of him, and that's going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about in the next couple of weeks. Dr. Borlaug is going to be one of the scientists that we're going to highlight on his work in genetic engineering and biotechnology. Now, food and consumer goods biotech. Food and consumer goods biotech hopes to do 2 things. It hopes to create new products and improve old ones. Okay, so make products that are new, that are helpful to humans, and improve older products. So what are some examples of food and consumer good biotechnology? Excuse me, sorry about that. Well, cornflakes, bread, milk, vanilla extract, canola oil, cheese, all of our snack foods, cotton clothing, plastics, biomass fuels, and bioremediation. Okay, these are things that a lot of us use on a daily basis, and we don't realize that they are a part and a product of food and consumer biotechnology. Now, improving our planet and protecting our planet, environmental biotech. So, environmental biotechnology is all about ways that we can prevent doing damage to nature with humans messing nature up. And examples include cleaning up after natural disasters or using natural living resources in new ways so that they can be conserved or preserved so that they will be able to be there for future generations. So environmental biotechnology is all about helping nature and using living tools to help and improve nature. Now, then finally, improving your family's health. Medical biotechnology improves how we prevent and treat disease. Pretty much, a lot of folks get vaccines. If you've ever had a vaccine, including against hepatitis V or chickenpox or any vaccine at all, that is a product of medical biotechnology. If you know someone who treats their diabetes with insulin injections, their insulin is a product of medical biotechnology. Anyone in your family who has had heart disease and is treated with heart medication, they are taking a medication that is a product of biotechnology. So, also, and finally, if anyone in your family has ever been diagnosed with breast cancer, leukemia, lymphoma, or any other cancer, they were able to be diagnosed and treated for that disease because of medical biotechnology. Biotechnology also is helping people who have genetic disorders. We're coming up with treatments for different types of genetic disorders to replace genetics that cause them harm and replace them with good copies of genetics that can help improve their lives and help them live longer. So, in the future, these are some things that biotechnology will be able to do. It will help us have better health. It will create new medicines that never existed before. It'll be able to come up with new types of tests to test for different viruses and bacteria and genetic disorders. We completed the Human Genome Project. We now know what our human DNA looks like and how to use that information to treat people with genetic disorders. And golden rice, being able to add nutritional content to foods that people eat a lot of so that they'll be able to have the nutrition that they need. So, guys, our next slides are basically some major examples of different types of biotechnology. I'm giving you 2 examples each in this. I'm giving you 2 examples of agricultural biotechnology. I'm giving you 2 examples of food and consumer goods biotechnology, and 2 examples of environmental biotechnology, and 2 examples of medical biotechnology. So, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to zoom this in, let you guys see that. I would pause. I would write these examples down. I would have these available so that you would be able to answer questions about these 8 examples, okay? I'm also going to post in just a minute up a complete example list. So give me a moment. So you're definitely going to need to write these down. But in the next scene, you're probably going to want to write some other stuff down too. So, all right, give me one moment to get... So, guys, this is where I am going to stop. In your Canvas, you're going to see a full chart that is going to have all of the examples that you may want to be aware of. Later on this week, you will have an assignment to categorize the different examples of biotechnology, whether it's agricultural biotechnology or food and consumer biotechnology, or it is environmental biotechnology or medical biotechnology. Thank you for your time, and I will talk to you guys later on. Have a good day.